is up? Hey, it's been a while. It's been a while. So hold on. I want to do a few things here on my side. Make sure we're looking good. Let's see. Give me a minute. Give me a minute here. Yes. I think we got something going. All right. Just making sure that my Instagram is on and it's on. So I'm all right. I'm all right. All right. So everyone, hope everyone is doing well. If you don't know who I am, well, this way, Barry Gaines, the CEO and chairman of a new film festival and expo that's located in Las Vegas called GainesCon Film Festival and Expo. We are premiering our event this July 11th and 12th. So I'm just out here right now just promoting because, hey, we want people to be involved. We're excited about what we're going to do because we're not just a film festival. We're a film festival, but we're also a place where you can showcase, educate, and produce aspiring filmmakers in underserved communities. Yes, we are a 501c certified nonprofit organization as well, which is our cause is very, very important to us, and that is our cause right now. And we cater to the action, sci-fi, fantasy, and horror filmmaker, the exciting filmmaker. Not saying others are not. That's not the point. It's just that this genre that I deal with, that we all deal with, that we just love to kind of film and write and just illustrate. This is what GainesCon is all about, is to support that very fever in you, that creativity in you. So all creators of the action, sci-fi, fantasy, and horror film festival has another place designed just for you. And it's going to be in Las Vegas. What better place than Las Vegas, baby? You know what I mean? You want to push, you want to push the limit. Vegas is there. We are going to be here for you. And this is why I made GainesCon. This is the whole point of GainesCon, is to give you that space, to give you that excitement, to be around like-minded individuals, being around creators who want to this world build, just create new characters, new adventures. This is what we're all about. And to showcase so much work from around the world, not just in Las Vegas, though Las Vegas is a primary place, but it's going to be just creators from all around the world. And this is what our film festival is about, showcasing those very people and showcasing you, your work, your creativity, and your excitement. So this is what we're all about. So today, I just want to talk about a few things. Obviously, what I just said about GainesCon coming this July, we want your work, okay? Right now, behind me, you notice that right now you see all the stuff behind me. This is Film Freeway, okay? If you've never been to Film Freeway, I'm quite sure a lot of you have, but Film Freeway is where you submit your work, where you submit your film. Now, right now, GainesCon is accepting short films only. Full-length films will probably come next year and maybe come this year. But right now, we're concentrating on short films, exciting short films from all around the world. We want to see your short film today. So to do so, go to Film Freeway and look up GainesCon. Just what you see right there, right? Yeah, there you go. It's hard to kind of get my bearings about where I'm at sometime, But yeah, GainesCon. Just look it up. Go ahead, submit your work. We'll review it, and I'm quite sure we can get you in and showcase your work to the world. Now, the difference with this film festival that I'm throwing is that it's going to be live and virtual at the same time, and we're going to have a bunch of people there, but I'll get to that later. But that is what it's all about. So you're not just showcasing your work locally, which is still freaking incredible and exciting, and you're going to have some heavy eyes on your work, but also showcasing this live throughout the world, going through a company called Filmocracy. So I'll get with them, or I'll get with you about them later on in this session. But right now, I just want you to know what we do and what we plan to do and where to go to submit your work. So we're looking for your work, guys. If you have a short film within the last 5 to 6 years, please go ahead, go to submit now, which is right here. Here, right there, right? Go to submit your work. You have to May 21st with the prices that are there now. So you have plenty of time to kind of get your work together. If it's not fully done yet, sure, go ahead. Take your time. You got to May 21st. Actually, realistically, you got to July 1st. But to stick with the standard price, it's going to be to May 21st. But you know what? It's not about the price, man. It's not just about the price. It's about just getting your work delivered. It's about getting your work done. And we are going to treat your work with kid gloves. I want to showcase your work with respect. I want to showcase your work with some dignity. And on top of that, I want to showcase your work with freaking excitement. You know what I mean? Because I'm quite sure you put so much time into it. Listen, we all know I'm a filmmaker myself. All right. I've done 2 full-length films that I just finished last year. Well, almost 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, I guess, called A World of Worlds. And you can see them on Tubi, Amazon, and Apple TV, which is awesome. Really hard to get into, by the way, but we're in. And other various streams. So I understand how hard it is to make a film. So this is why it's about respecting the artist. It's about showcasing your work, showcasing the artist. This is what we are about. Okay. And since we are a nonprofit organization, we're always looking for donations. So just think of it this way. When you submit your film, right, your fund to submitting your film is not only getting you a chance to get your work showcased from around the world and hang out with us in Las Vegas, you know what I mean? But also that money is going towards supplies and time and venues to assist those who don't have the means in underserved communities, people in lower communities that just never had the chance to maybe even kind of work with a camera. I mean, they may have their phone, but to actually work with a professional cinema camera, understand what lenses are about, or someone to sit down with them and then structure their thoughts. Teach them how to structure a screenplay. Teach them all about how storytelling works. Kind of give them a comprehensive outlook on what it is to world build. So all of these situations we want to assist. And then also it's going to include a very, very important part of just being in this type of field when it comes to the action, sci-fi, fantasy, in almost any field, really. And you know what? Actually, let me stop. Actually, it's about life. And it's actually about health and wellness. Health and wellness is very, very important. And if you are going to be in the action, sci-fi, fantasy world, your health is very, very important. And your physical conditioning is extremely important, because what do these movies require? Movement, action, physicality, long rehearsals, long film days, long film months. I mean, it requires a lot out of you, because you deal with so much more than you would a standard film, say like a drama or whatever. You're dealing with a lot more equipment. You're going to deal with a lot more prep time. You're going to deal with a lot more of your physical conditioning, depending what you do, because a lot of dramas do require a lot of physical conditioning when you have to fluctuate your weight that I'm quite sure you've seen plenty of times, from great actors, but when it comes down to the genre film, just being able to just push through those moments, those physical moments, through your set, trying to enunciate words while you're running around with like pyrotechnics hanging around you, or you're like, hanging from a string or a cable, and they want you to enunciate your words just right, or maybe yell that very sentence somewhere with high winds, or maybe it's raining, or maybe it's not even really raining, it's just freaking water coming on you, or just blood coming on you, or just dust in your face, and you have to actually enunciate words just right. Now, I understand the post part where you can say, well, we can just ADR that if we can't understand the enunciation, but that's not the point. It's the point that people can see your expression. People can see what you're really, really trying to do within that moment. So those are just little things about being in this genre, and why we just love this genre so much, and we respect those that actually complete films within these genres. It takes so much to do. And this is what we want to do here in GainesCon, is to showcase that, to uplift that, to kind of gather plenty of people who are interested in the genre, the action, the sci-fi, the fantasy, and horror filmmaking world. So this is what we're doing. But like I said before, our main cause is to help those that don't, in lower end communities, like I said, in urban communities, kids, even not just kids, but even could be adults, but just the next gen of filmmakers. That is what we're about, helping the next gen of filmmakers and those that just never had the chance to even be around equipment such as what we normally deal with, or have the support, maybe just around their neighborhood, even in their families. I mean, just be for real. Not everybody supports this. And then when they want a chance to maybe just kind of, break out, there's no one there, So this is what GainesCon is about. It's about support, period. So I want to show you an example of what we had in one of my prior film festival, which was GainesCon in the beginning, before we turned into a 501c certified nonprofit organization. But we did have like a festival to kind of see how things work, and it was great. We had great work from around the world. I love these guys, and I want to give you a little taste. You can see this too on my website, but I want to give you a little taste of the video of what we had before and what we're looking to promote. So let me play it right now. Wait. Yeah. All right. So these are films from my prior film festival, and it was just incredible. We had films from Australia, and of course here in the States, Germany, we had Korea, we had Singapore right there. We had movies from everywhere. It was just exciting, really exciting. You figure out how to see underserved communities and beyond. One of the next mine. Also offering great opportunities to serve at the end. So even get out of state like that. And we have little ones, which is like as kids making their extra, this an exciting film on their own. We have the highbrow ones, the one that's critical because and then the school lightsabers with nunchucks. Awesome. Time to get to showcase your action, and that is what we want to do. So and that's what we plan to do, so please check us out. And I want to, so if you are interested in helping us, interested in donating your time, whatever you can, please go ahead and scan that QR code. Go ahead and donate anything you like, because everything you donate will go into this festival this July 1st. This July 11th and 12th. And it's going to be at the District North Downtown Cinemas. It's kind of a new name. They used to be called the Art House. Okay. They used to be called Art House, but now they call it District North Downtown Cinemas Theaters. So check them out. They're going to be in Las Vegas, and we are going to be there. So check them out. And go to Film Freeway. All the information is right there. Just go right here, And you know what? Let me show you something too. When you look at the site behind me, Film Freeway, let me show you another part of it. All right. So you see here, where now you see where I have it, where it's like the May 21st is going to be the regular deadline, and as you see, you're going to see there we go. No, this way. July, June 10th is the late deadline, July 1st extended deadline, and then notification date for everybody is going to be July 1st. Now, when it comes to notifications, I want to tell you guys something. This is how we do it. All right. We go ahead, and once you submit your film, we try to look at it as fast as we can. Why? Because we want to respect your time. I'll look at that right away and make the decision right away. I like to look at it a couple of times, just to make sure, okay, this is good. We can work with this. And then you get notified pretty fast. So the July 1st, notification date, that's like the very, very end, the last day I notified, but I will be notifying you way before that. So if you submit tonight, you're probably going to get a response either by, I don't know, in a couple of days. We do not play. We want to respect your time because you know what? I'm a filmmaker. I've been filmmaking for a long, long time, for many years. And I know how annoying it is sometimes to know that you submit your film several months ago. And I understand that people have their process and you have a lot of material coming in. But just to say, man, I don't even know if I'm going to be accepted. And if I am accepted, am I going to have enough money to even travel? Or am I ever even going to have the time, to go, because I don't know if I'm going to, go or not, or be accepted, and if I'm not accepted, I probably won't go. So I don't know. So that is why we don't do that. We'll go ahead, review your work right away, and let you know right away. So what you want to do and what you can do right away. So we want to get things moving steadfast for you. So that's the difference with this film festival. And there's a few things that make this film festival different than the rest. Okay. And I want to tell you something else that it's something that's personal with me. And I'm like, you know what? I want to do this for you. Everyone that is accepted into GainesCon, listen. Everyone that's accepted into GainesCon is automatically in the running for the Dragon Award, pertaining to what they entered their movie into, like what category you entered your movie into. You automatically are going to be on. You're automatically on the list. You're automatically nominated for an award. So I want that. Why? Now, why am I doing that? You say, well, why? Some people are, nominated, and some people like to get like, kind of separated and figured out like, hey, I'm nominated, others are not, or whatever you float your boat. Reason is because of this. A lot of times you have so many, movies that come in, and when you nominate someone, and this is my experience, and I've seen it a million times. They all do it. Everyone does it, but I want to do it a little different. And the reason, and I always want you to hear my reasoning, because movies come in. When they come in, a lot of times when you nominate someone, especially when you have like the date of like we have like the notification date is going to be this day. A lot of times you just don't know that you say someone's nominated for this, somebody's nominated for this, somebody's nominated for this. Number one, a lot of times the nomination numbers are not even. You may have 3 in horror and 5 in action sequence or whatever, and it's sometimes all over the place. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it is. And also, I like to review your movies several times. Like I like to look at them a few times. And you may say to yourself, man, you have a lot coming in. It's hard for you to kind of keep watching the same one a lot. And you have all these others coming in. This is why I watch them immediately. This is why me and my team, we watch them immediately. So we'll know, hey, you know what? This is probably it. And the reason, so by the time we get to the end of the deadline, you never know that another one may just come in at the very end that just blows you away. And if you already say, hey, you're nominated, now not everyone does it before, the deadline. I understand that. But a lot of times I'm like, you know what? I want to nominate someone, but then something may come in or something may change your mind, or you don't know. There's a lot of variables that comes in when it comes to decisions. So I'm like, you know what? Things can change, from this time to this time, and you don't want to make any mistakes. So you want to kind of keep that. I like to keep that choice fresh in my head to the very, very end. I mean, almost to the last day, to the day of the award ceremony. And that is what I want to get into, the award ceremony. The award ceremony, we give away the Dragon Award, as you see right there from a man from a year and a half ago, from Singapore. Is it Singapore? I forget. I'm sorry, my man, if I have the wrong country. But that was the Red Dragon. The Red Dragon is for the short. It's going to be the film of the year. Gets the Red Dragon. The Gold Dragon is what we have, a Gold Dragon. And in fact, I can show you what the Gold Dragon looks like. And these are for like best female lead, best male lead, best cinematography. These right here. So it's kind of weird with with this green screen going on and the flickering. But this is the Gold Dragon that you'll get if you win. So this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can really see it. It's kind of, it's kind of bright and it's flicking everywhere. But if you go on my page, you can check it out. Also, if you notice, I am wearing something that is really, really cool. That's not going to be here forever. Uh, and so let me see something here. Hold on. And it's going to be the shirt. What is up? So this is the shirt. It's going to be a limited edition. It's not going to be around forever, guys. So if you want it, go to my page at GainesConMediaInc.org. And also, if you go right now to my chat, you're going to see all the links. Okay. You're going to see links to the shirt. Get them now. And they're limited. So it's not that many of them. So please go ahead. This will help our cause. This will help our festival entirely. And also, it'll give you some swag of something that says never settle, take action. That's what GainesCon is about, baby. Never settle, take action. Do what you have to do. Persevere, be progressive, move forward. Don't look back too much. Always look forward, build upon what you have, do the right thing, be the right person, build up, take people with you, build your world, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be. But when it comes down to what we're doing here at the film festival for the action, sci-fi, fantasy, and horror creator, from filmmakers to illustrators to visual effects artists, to every portion, every sector of making one of those films, this is what we're about. This is what we want to put together. And this is the family we want to put together. We want to make this a strong and exciting and educational family. And as I said before, we are here to help many of those who just don't have the chance to even be around such equipment or be around people this way, and just give them the emotional support, give them the resources needed. This is what we're out here to help a lot of people in a lot of ways. Okay, so GainesCon Film Festival is going to be something different than other film festivals. This is going to be a film festival with a purpose. So we are going to cover a lot of ground because it's all about being progressive. GainesCon Film Festival is about creators moving forward, creators building a new world, just building and showcasing great work and your talent. And that is what we take seriously, is your work. So we want to showcase your work in July 11th and 12th. So please go ahead and go to Film Freeway. Check it out and donate your stuff. Actually, just enter your stuff. Sorry, excuse me. I'm doing a couple things at once. So, also doing so, let me just put this here. Boom. So again, enter your action short film. Just go to Film Freeway /GainesCon, which is right behind me. Check it out. That's the address. If you don't know, go ahead. We can't wait to see you. Now, we're just not going to have just the films, which is really enough. Really, it's going to be exciting. But we're also going to have guest stars as well. Yes, we're going to have industry professionals there from all types, just to just kind of educate you into their world and how they work. That actually will help you. Maybe it will help you move ahead in your field. So we're going to have a few industry professionals in particular fields that's going to teach about what they know, and maybe will help you. And of course, during the sessions, during these workshops, you can, kind of collaborate with them. So that's going to be fun. So we can't wait for you to experience that. Now, to tell you who's going to be here, and you're going to see more of this because I'm going to start throwing them out there, so you know who's going to be there in July 11th and 12th. Just look at my my socials. It's coming soon. But right now, I'm just going to verbalize it, okay? So I'm going to have a gentleman by the name of Michael Carmen, who works for Red Cameras. Red Cameras are the cameras, as actually the cameras that are used in many big Hollywood films, such as Guardians of the Galaxy. So when you watch like Guardians of the Galaxy, when you're watching it through the lens of Red. So he's going to be there. He also worked for Canon. So he's going to be there. He's going to just kind of teach you how like lens work and how cinematography works, how you can mess with lighting and what lighting does, and how that affects your mood, and how it kind of brings those moments in the story to a place they want you to experience. Then we're going to have some fun and some music with my duo, with my husband and wife duo, which I love, Affliction. They're going to be there as well. It's going to be Dave Giddings and Sarah Nelson. They're going to be there, just singing their hearts out, having a good time, getting the people up, kind of breaking it up a little bit, in between seeing all the action. We're going to have some more action. We're going to have some music in there, so we're going to have that too. We're also going to have some comedy with my man James Yon. It's going to be really fun. We're going to talk about comedy and everything else, and how that kind of plays into movies as well. I mean, especially when it comes to almost any movie. You want to have a little bit of comedy, you want to have a little bit of levity. When within your story, it's kind of lighten up a little bit, especially when it's something serious. And if you have an action film that's not a comedy action, or you have an action horror that doesn't have much horror, a little levity helps. You know what I mean? So we're going to have him on board. Also, too, we're going to have a gentleman who actually works for Lionsgate. His name is kind of difficult to say. I'm not even going to lie, because he even say, "Don't worry about it. No one can really say it. Just call me Max." But his name is Melissimo Cerci. I know I probably jacked that first name up, but I know the last name, Cerci. Can't fuck that up. That's pretty easy. But he's going to be around. His name is Max. Look him up. It's going to be awesome. He's a writer and director of a bunch of action films, and he works with Lionsgate. So that's going to be fun. And he's going to teach you and show you a bunch of things about the business and how it works. And if you have any questions regarding those action films and how it was done, he's going to be there for you. Also, too, we are going to have a good friend of mine by the name of Emery Oron, who is an MMA champion as well as a stunt coordinator in many independent films. He's going to be there to show you what it's all about to be a stuntman. How can you be safe on a set, etiquette, things like that. Safety is a big, big deal. Understand, we all may like to make these films. We all may like and enjoy ourselves when it comes to, having exciting films with the big booms and people running and jumping and fist fighting, all that stuff. But the major thing out of all these films is safety. And we're going to teach about safety and etiquette on the set. And Emery is going to share that with you and what to do, okay? And what not to do, right? Also, too, we're going to have another action filmmaker called Scott Windhauser, who has worked with plenty of grade A actors out there and filmmakers in general in Hollywood. And he's going to be around, and he's going to talk about his new film with Superman himself, which is Tom Welling. Remember Tom Welling from Smallville? Well, he has a new action film that's coming out called Six, I believe it's Six. And he's going to talk about that. He's going to show you that. So it's going to be really exciting. And if anyone to talk to, you talk to that man. He can tell you a bunch of things about what to be a filmmaker, etiquette on the set, everything else, safety, what to do, how to world build. So it's going to be really fun to speak to that brother. So definitely look out for him. And then last but not least, my man Ron Terrell is going to be there live with you, and he has a podcast, and he's going to be interviewing guests that come in. He's going to be interviewing the filmmakers that have come in, and it's going to be live online, and he has a big following. It's going to be so cool. He has a beautiful way of showcasing everybody's work, beautiful way of showcasing people themselves, and it's going to be outstanding. It's going to be so much fun. And filmmakers out there, once you submit and you get picked, you're going to sit down with him, and he's going to interview you and talk to you for a little bit, in between all these sessions during the day, and it's going to be fun. So we cannot wait for this to happen. It's going to be a lot of moving parts. There's going to be a lot of plates spinning in the air, but it's going to be exciting, bro. It's going to be so much. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to get this going. I really am. I mean, every time I think about it, it just gets me going. It's going to be because it's so much happening. And what's making this so exciting, man, it was making this so exciting because there's so many people involved who is just as excited as I am. We want this to work. We know it can work. We've been looking for something like this for a while. How many times have you done something that you said, you know what, I always wanted to do that, and you did it because it's something you always want to do. And this is that, something we always wanted to do. We want to be a film festival and expo that's going to kickstart careers, kickstart thought processes, get you into the weeds of what it is to be a filmmaker, what it is to be a cinematographer, what it is to be a visual effects artist, all that gets you in there. Ask all the questions you want and also participate in some functions during these workshops. And all these workshops are free, by the way. So that's what's going to be so much fun. So, but in the meantime, those that are filmmakers that do have short films that are exciting, short films can kick some ass. We want to see it. Go ahead, please. Just check out, submit your work to Film Freeway GainesCon. Please, please do. We cannot wait. We cannot wait. Let's see what else I have here for you. Yeah, so definitely please just please enter your work. We cannot wait to see it. And as I said before, please, everything counts. So please go ahead and donate where you can. We really appreciate it. We help kind of get everything rolling. It's moving ahead, but we want to do a lot of other things that requires us, of course, funds to do, other people to come on board. We want to just make this the best possible event we can. This is going to be one of our first one as a 501c certified nonprofit organization. In Las Vegas, so it's very important for us. So anything you can do, anything you can donate will help us out so much. So we're really looking forward to you. If you have any questions, please just look out for me and reach out to me. Just reach out to me. That's what you can do. Right now, I'm actually looking at my chat. So if I don't see you and you reached out, please pardon me. I would get to you. I promise. I really promise. I would get to you guys. Just put down in the feed. You have any questions, concerns, or whatever like that, I'll get back to you. I promise you. Now, I should have said this in the beginning, and I didn't, because right now I'm streaming on a few platforms at the same time. But those that are on YouTube, please go ahead, please subscribe and hit that bell, and so you can get me in your face. Anytime I'm on air, you can get new information on what's going on with GainesCon, updates and everything else that's happening. We're going to have a lot more coming soon. It's been a lot of things going on in the background, so that's why you haven't really seen me as much. I've been trying to get a lot of things solidified and making sure it's nice and solid. So when you come and you participate and you enter your work, everything's going to be tight and ready to go. And it's going to be just a great time, and everything's going to work out really smooth. So that's what I do, and that's what I'm working on, and that's why you haven't really seen me as much. But you will see me more now. You will, a little bit more. I still have a lot to do, but you see me more. And also, hey, by the way, guys, if you are in Las Vegas, we have a section for vendors. Yes, vendors are a big deal. Please, if you're a vendor in Las Vegas and you would like to showcase your work, maybe you're illustrated, maybe you have some comic books that you want to sell, you maybe have some gear that you want to sell, that you are maybe movie inspired, anything. You're a visual effects artist and you have a service you really like to showcase, and please, we'll love to see your stuff. We want you to participate. We are getting all of those prices together right now. So, but if you're interested, please, I'd love to put you on the list to make sure you lock you in. We don't have that many spaces. So if you do have something you want to sell, something you want to participate with us in July 11th and 12th, please hit me up. But I will be pushing that information out really soon when we start getting all the prices and the situation's just right, the tables where they need to be. That's coming really soon. But if you're interested, please get on the list and hit me up. All right. And let's see what else. And one, since I'm on and I'm talking about everything we have here, I do want to say this too. Now, when it comes to submissions and the way we judge and the way I judge, is all about two things. All right. For me, two things as like major things right away is going to be story. Right. That's number one, always, right? Your film story and editing. And it's the flow. That's really big with me. It's the storyline and the flow. And if you have a good flow and a good storyline, you're in, of course. Now, someone says, a lot of people say, and I'm a filmmaker, I get this. Making a short film sometimes is really tough, because you don't have a lot of time to have your story breathe, and people to kind of get into the character and understand what's happening. And doing a short film is an art form within itself. And it's not the easiest thing in the world to get this whole story done within a couple minutes or 15, 20 minutes or whatever, if that long, some of them are only like 5 minutes. But if you have if you're a filmmaker, you're interested in doing this, and you say, you know what, I really do want to make a short action film, and I want to give it to GainesCon. I want to submit it. I want to see what he says. I tell you right now, this is what you should think of doing. How to do a short film. The best ones work this way. Look at a short film as a piece in a movie, right? A piece, like a scene in a movie that's complete. Like something happens in a scene in the movie that pretty much solidifies what the movie is generally about, and you kind of know where it's going, but it's complete. Like you don't want to leave it wide open. Of course, we know this can be more at the end, but you want to have closure. Like that scene stops. Like, okay, we're done with that scene. Now we can move on to the next scene and to the next step into the story. So when you make your short film, you want to make it where when people witness the end of it, they say, "Ooh, that was a pretty cool scene. I understand what's happening. I understand what the story is pretty much about. But that one scene is solid and is done, meaning that scene is not going to get repeated again. That scene is not going to get revisited again. Well, it depends what you want to do. But just to make it easier in your brain, you're not going to visit that scene again, pretty much. Oh, what you did, that's it. That's the scene, and that pretty much tells you what the movie is. So when you think of it that way, where you think of it by saying, I got to complete like this little story, but I got so much to say and establishing a character. Just think of it as a scene in a movie, just a scene. And you took that scene out of the movie, and that is what you give to the world. And you say, this little scene right here is really cool. And it kind of tells you what's happening, and that's all you need. And usually that is what a short film is about. Now, you can make a short film that's totally from, has a beginning and middle and the complete thing all in one. Yeah, I mean, hey, of course, I've seen that plenty of times too. But if you, like I said, this is just for those saying like, you know what, I have a short film. I really want to kind of either tighten it up or I haven't done it yet. And I want to submit it to GainesCon, and see what, like I said before, what we say, that is, like I said, that is what I'm looking for. So if you have a short film and it's not totally complete, just think of it that way. Just think of it a little scene in the movie. That's all. So I know I repeat myself a lot just to kind of make sure that I'm saying what I'm supposed to say, how I'm supposed to say it to you. So that's just what I do. But I just like to kind of emphasize everything, And lastly, I do want to say this, that we're going to also include other local 501c businesses as well. So it's not just all about GainesCon. GainesCon, yes, is us. We're very happy and proud about what we do and what we want to represent. But also, we do represent the film community. We represent the artists. We represent creators, and we also represent 501c organizations. We are one, and we all have a purpose, and we all trying to get our name out there. And what's better than helping each other out? So I will be doing that too. You will see other 501c organizations with me that day. I'm so happy to have them on board. Still talking to a few of them, and kind of getting things together. So hopefully we can get some things and get some people that I like on board. But this is what GainesCon will be doing no matter what. We're always going to help our local organizations right here in Las Vegas. Las Vegas has a lot of great organizations that you just never hear about. You always hear about the obvious, right? The hotels and casinos, and of course, it's deserving so, But there are a lot of other elements in Las Vegas that you just don't hear about, and GainesCon is going to help with that. We're all going to help each other rise and take Las Vegas to another level when it comes down to filmmakers and creators of the action, sci-fi, fantasy, horror genre, and everyone that's going to be involved with us when it comes to that. Doesn't it actually have to be part of the action, sci-fi, fantasy, and horror genre? We all are. as long as, but all of them are going to be about moving forward, about progression, about taking action in your life, going down the right road, assisting others, uplifting others. This is what we are about. And the fellow organizations that we all be associated with are in the same path. We all want to do that. And with your help, your donations can help all of us kind of rise up, help all those that we want to, make a strong organization. This is what we want to do. This is what I want to do. This is what my board wants to do. This is what we do, baby. And this starts off July 11th and 12th in Las Vegas. This whole cause, this whole idea starts that day. Actually, you know what? Not even that day. It starts right now. What I'm talking about, it starts right now with you. It starts right now with you. Your donations will help. Anything you have, give on. If you have a short film, we want it. Come on, bring it in, bring it in. We're going to show as much as we can. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Give it going. Let's get it going, guys. Let's showcase your stuff. You worked very hard to complete your task. All artists do. They really do. It doesn't matter if they're big or small. It doesn't matter the size. You're an artist. If you complete what you are set out to do, that you set out to do, I should say, it's a lot of work. And it needs to be shown. It needs to be shared. And this is what we're doing. So everyone out there, thank you so much for everyone who's sitting here listening to me. And if you didn't listen to me live, and right now you're looking at me just, on this, because you're, just retaping it, you're just kind of playing it again. I thank you too. You have any questions, please just look me up. Just look me up at GainesCon at GainesCon.com. That's my email. Or just go to my page at GainesConMediaInc.org. You can look me up, of course, right here in Film Freeway. You can look me up there. So I'm not hard to find. And you can check me out on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Thread. So all those places I'm there, and YouTube as well. So I'm everywhere. So check me out. Can't wait to speak to all of you. We can't wait to see you July 11th and 12th. But right now, it begins today. The building begins right now. And right now, it begins with you. And as I said before, love you all. I want to showcase your work. Let's show the world what you got. All right. Love you all. Peace.